this is an incredible goal, really well struck, and less than a yard away from the post. So it's very accurate, and we clock it in at about 61 miles an hour in our model, which is way above the average shot speed from that distance. It's going to make it really hard to save. So our expected saves model puts this at around 25%. So again, it's something that can be saved. It's not like impossible. It's not like a 1% or anything like that. But yeah, this is not something that gets saved all the time. It's not something where a pundit could go.
I think most Premier League goalies make that save. I really do. I think most Premier League goalies make that save.
Not quite true. Yes, if Pickford's footwork was maybe a bit tidier, but it does come through Bellingham's legs. I think given what happens there, as you can see from the clip, Pickford does very well to move his feet, get across and get a strong dive in. I think probably the case is the keepers that make this save are probably the Courtois and the Popes, and they're just the keepers that have naturally bigger frames, and potentially they won't make this save every time because their footwork might be slower. But I think what doesn't help Pickford here is just his frame, because it's one of those where if you get your steps in, get your dive across, and you're still just not quite don't have quite enough length sort of to get a hand on the ball and a strong hand and tip it around the post, it's always going to be an issue. So I think for me, it's a hard one for pundits, because it's one of those, I think, without the models and without the numbers, without knowing the shot speed and how often shots into the bottom corner from this distance get saved, it's hard to analyse. But I'm pretty happy with what our model outputs, and this is basically a 75% chance of it being a goal.